Alrighty, we're going to be doing a VOD review for my friend Trixie. It's going to be a tank VOD review. This is a 6v6 VOD here. I think he is probably in the like high Plat-ish. So I'm going to be starting on the Diva here on Hollywood, and we're going to see how he does. So let's see here. Both teams are running triple support. And the high ground is good. Okay. So right here. See if I can get this better. Okay. So instead of going to the right here, you kind of go, kind of flying more to the right. You really can just go and fly where my cursor is. You can just fly up onto the high ground and just sit here. You don't have to go right on to this Freya. You can just kind of get up onto the high ground and be there. She has to leave. She can't just kind of sit there. That'd be the first thing. All right, try number 2. Hazards going up there. You're doing the same thing, so that right there, the idea is good where you're going and you're trying to contest the high ground, you're trying to keep the Freya out. I think on this one, on this attempt here, I think right here, so you could have just stopped your boosters, like right here, you can just cancel your boosters, but you kind of just let your boosters take you off the edge, and now you're down here in the middle of their entire team, and they just kind of demech you, and then this JQ's going to run you down, you're going to die. You actually almost get her, or you don't get her, but you almost get your mech back, but she wasn't going to let you get your mech back. I think Diva's pretty good on Hollywood. I think Diva's one of the better tank picks for Hollywood, both sides. So let's see here, you're going in on the JQ. So going on the Kyrie was good. I think at this point your team is just kind of running over them with ults. Going in on the Kyrie was fine. Maybe a bit more careful about like how you go in, because you kind of go in where there's a bunch of people and you kind of put yourself in between a bunch of people. And for a character like Diva, you want people to be in front of you so you can use Matrix. So right here, you're on the cart. You really shouldn't be on the cart. You should be up there with your hazard helping. Like, you being on the cart, big no-no. Big no-no in 5v5. I don't know if you're playing 5v5, but also in 6v6, still a no-no. This bomb's decent, just to like counter the flux with tempo. So yeah, the main thing with Diva and on Hollywood in general is you want to be contesting this high ground, which you're doing a good job right now. Get back, get healed. Good eat on the Freya. So right here, let's take a look at this again. Right here, that was good. I wouldn't have chased the Nano JQ, so it was good to let her go. You're purple right here. You have your other tank with you, but then you have 3 people in front of you. So right here, your Anna's dead. I don't know where your Kiri is. Sorry, not your Kiri, where either of your other supports are. Let's see. Moira's back here. So they're like kind of behind you. One of the most important things with Diva, and really with any character, but especially with Diva, is that you don't want to lose your mech. So right here, you have 300 HP and you fly in, and you're not really going to get a whole lot out of this. Like, even if you kill the Sig, you get demeched. and they'll probably just kill you. You just don't ever want to lose your mech. There are very few times where it's like justifiable to like sacrifice your mech. When you have 300 HP, you can definitely just like boost her out, get healed, come back in. Because these guys, they weren't going anywhere. You can take a couple of seconds to get healed. This is good, this is good. So right here, we're going to talk about this. We're going to slow it down. So right here you see like all their squishies. Both their DPS and their 2 supports are right here on the left side. So right here you go in, and right here you can pretty much stop, right? You can stop right here, you have all of them in front of you. It's very hard for them to deal with that. And then you decide to come and chase on to the Sojourn into both of their tanks, right? So now, let's see if I can free cam it. So now it's the same thing as before. I'm trying to figure out how to spin the camera. How do I spin the camera? But sorry, I can't spin the camera because I don't know how to operate the camera on this. But before, when you were like kind of behind this box, you had all of their squishies in front of you. The Sojourn comes over here, and you decide to kind of put yourself right in the middle of their whole team. And D.Va's a very big character to where if you have people all around you, they're just going to shoot you, right? You're really big, you're really easy to hit. You want people to kind of be in front of you, almost in like a cone. Matrix is kind of a cone, but you don't have to go onto that Sojourn. You could just, let's get cam back on you. You could have just as easily kept all of these people in front of you like this, stayed relatively where you're at, and just zoned them away and kind of split their team up. And instead you kind of just walked in, you get demeched, and they kill you, right? For your perks, the first perks, I don't know, like it doesn't really matter too much. Buzzer perks are kind of whatever. I usually take the booster one, but you can take this one, it's fine. Alright, up on some high ground, this is good. Going in on the Anna. Alright, not a bad play. Mostly just cleaning up your aim. The faster you kill that Anna, the faster you can, you know, move on to another target or Matrix or do whatever. So right here, same thing as the first point. Like, no reason you should be like, your team is like fighting right now, and you already have someone on the cart, right? You have your BAP sitting on the cart. You don't need to be on the cart. You need to be like, I know you can't see through walls, so you can't see the Freya, but like, you couldn't see the Freya before, but you can see your Genji through the wall. You can see that your Genji is fighting. You should immediately boost up to the high ground, right? You should boost up there, like, and help your Genji, right? He is fighting a lot of people, but you can still go up there and support him. Your Hazard went up there, and now you go up there, but like, it's not too much to get done now. Yeah, you tried the flex thing again. You were a little slow on it. Not the end of the world. He didn't get anything out of the flex. He didn't get anything out of the bomb. Yeah, good idea to try to contest the high ground. You kind of started from too far away, so that's just kind of like an experience thing. And also, I want to look at that one more time real quick. So let's see. So flying up here, a lot of times, like when you're flying up into high ground, that's when you kind of want to use your Matrix, because they can just shoot at you, right? So you kind of want to use the Matrix like ahead of you when you're flying up to contest 3 people. as a means to actually get up there. And then you want to use the missiles when you're on top of them. Trying to get the mech, trying to get the mech. You did get it, okay. Yeah, you need to start canceling your thrusters. That's a big thing I'm seeing, is that you'll thruster into people, like right here. You're just thrustering in, and you're just letting them go. You can cancel them. You can just re-tap the thruster button, and you'll stop in front of them, and then you can just shoot them, missile them. Alright, that was offense. Let's see how we're doing on defense. Okay, so Reinhardt on defense. Diva would have been good if you wanted to continue to play Diva. Diva's, for the same reason she's got on offense, she can hold this high ground really well. She can help with the other high ground if people try to contest wherever your N is. She's probably on the left high ground or somewhere around that. Rein is okay. The thing about Rein is that doing this is not necessarily what you want to do. You're not getting any like value out of just standing and shielding like this. This right here, you should not do this. You should die here. I don't know what rank this is, but probably any rank that's like mid-diamond or higher, you would just die there. This is good, this is good. Pushing them back. Good fire strikes. Keep fighting, keep scrapping. So, one thing I'll point out is that I watched this VOD earlier, so I know you swapped from Diva and you played Sig a little bit as well. Rein, I would not say is super great on this map. There's a lot of high ground on this map that you have to deal with pretty routinely. And on top of that, their team kind of owns Rein, just in general. Ramatra bullies Rein pretty hard. Winston does not really care that you exist, and he bullies you during Primal. Mei is going to hamstring you if you ever try to get close to anyone. You never interact with Freya. Like, you just never get to interact with that character ever. And then both of their supports they're like fine. They're gonna bully you if you misplay, but otherwise they're not gonna do like a ton. But this is good. Well, it was good, and then you got Mei ulted. You can charge out of this hallway, by the way. You can charge all the way out to right here. Alright. Going up on high ground, this is good. Alright, I'm gonna assume you know what the mistake there was. Right here, yeah, so I would probably try to stay, even though like he was probably gonna primal you out. You had your Moira up there, no one else was there to really like push you out. Let's see what happened after that. So you're up on high ground. Your Moira gets here, and you're at half HP. Like I would have tried to stay, or I would have at least like ideal scenario is that you try to get more to the left. So if you get primaled, he's knocking you into like the little box terrain stuff to your left. So you come down. You're getting primaled into their team. So this is part of the issues that like. He's just, like I said before, he's going to bully you during Primal. He's just going to knock you into their team. He's going to do whatever he wants to you, right? Alright, yeah, so you do know how to do the charge, that's good. King cleaned up the fight. Alright, we got Shatter, we got Nano. They have Rush. So you spent all that time going up on high ground and then also getting bath lamped, and then you fall down from the high ground, right? Once you're up there, if you have the high ground, especially as a character like Rein, you need to have a really good reason to leave the high ground if that's what your intentions are. This is a good shatter. It was a really good shatter. What's up? It was a really good shatter, but let's look at this. So, fall really low. This shatter could have been scary because you did fall low, but you get a good shatter, right? But now you shatter 3 people. Their Ana is still active, but you're at like 150 HP. You're at 150 HP, and you're charging a full HP Ramatra, right? This Ramatra is not going to die from the charge, so he's not going to die from you. You would need follow up to. He needs to fully die, right? He needs to completely die from the charge plus your team. That's probably not going to happen. So what ends up happening is that you're at 150 HP, 160 HP. The rest of their team is active, and they're just shooting at you, right? So you come out of this charge, and I don't even think, yeah, you didn't even hit him up against the wall. He didn't even lose any HP. But even if he did lose, the 300, 350, however much HP it is, he just comes out in Nemesis form and beats you to death, right? It can be pretty annoying to hit a big shatter and then not charge someone, but there's definitely going to be times where you shatter like that and you have no HP. And the best thing you can do is like fire strike squishies or walk up and hit the squishies, right? Because probably in that shatter, you probably could have walked up and like meleeed their squishies and it would have worked out way better. The lesson from that is just, even if you hit a fat shatter, if charging in means you're going to die, probably not worth it unless you're killing a whole bunch of people along with it. Back up on high ground. Alright, so let's see. This is the 3rd high ground attempt. Shielding for the Genji. Nothing else to do. So you're up here. You fall down. So you keep having a habit of you go up on the high ground, and you're like, okay, I'm up on the high ground, and then before they even really like contest you, you decide to fall down off the high ground. If there was no one really on the card, there was no one on your side, you're just like, okay, well I guess I'm gonna leave now. Yeah, I'm not sure if there was anything that could have really been done here. You are getting cold right now. The cold's gonna run out soon. Yeah, the cold's out. Yeah, you're just kind of in the middle of their team. I mean, I think right there, you either got to play that more slowly and try to work your way in, which you might have been able to do. I think you had at least 2 of your supports behind you. But a big theme is you kind of just like YOLO yourself into the other team sometimes, and you die. And as you go up in ranks, people are just going to kill you. They're not going to, they're not just going to be like, oh, okay, like the tank's here. They're just going to shoot you. So this point is pretty hard. You kind of have to play this corner here. Like you want to just play corner to corner. They've made it past that first corner, so this is scary. So right here, we'll talk about something real quick. So the monkey jumps in. The monkey jumps in. He's not really your responsibility, to be honest. So you want to play probably this left corner, right? You want to be basically on this left corner where you're at like right now. This is where you want to play, and you want to make it so people like May, Ramatra, they don't just get to walk in without you hitting them. This monkey jumps in, right? This guy's not really your problem. Like this is the problem for the rest of your team, because as soon as you turn around, right? As soon as you turn around, you get naded. See, like, let's look at this. Like, and I get it. You're like, I'm the tank, he's the tank. I have to be the linebacker. I have to meet this Winston. But as soon look, he jumps into like two people. Your Ana should be able to deal with it. The Ana should be able to sleep him, walk away. There's also the Genji. They can deal with it. The rest of their team is in front of you. But look, as soon as you turn around and you're like, okay, I'm going to help deal with this guy, you take like 300 damage, and then, sheesh. You almost die. You almost died from just that. I thought you were purple for a second there too. No, so you get naded, but like, you turn around and the Freya gets in. The Freya gets in probably on the left side. She may have been top left. Where's this here? So she's top left. This right here, you probably couldn't have done much about. This is the job for your Genji or probably your Moira. Your Hazard is dead, so he would have also helped control this. So she just gets in, which is tough for you. But even so, like, you have all the people in front that you could have just at least shielded them off, meleeed them off, right? And now you're at 12 HP. They finish you off. The main point for that whole section right there is that, like, you got to know when it's important to peel for your supports and know when, like, well, if I stand in this doorway and I take up the time and the energy of 4 people on their team, then it's probably more worthwhile for me to do that, right? Because you could play that corner, you could have pivoted with your shield, you could have gotten out swings. It may not have been the prettiest thing, but you wouldn't have like taken 300 damage and then been like, oh shit, there's 300 damage on me, and then it all just kind of starts collapsing from there. All right, so we're gonna do Sigma. Sigma on defense, I think, is better than Rein for sure. Take a look at a couple of things here. For your perks, I normally always take the rock perk, so you took the Matrix, the Grasp perk, that when you absorb, you get cooldown reduction, which I think that's like fine, but I think just more CC, more stun duration on the rock is usually just better, because with this perk, it kind of incentivizes you to like use your cooldowns in a way that like you may not necessarily want to, because you may not always want to rock and then grasp. You want to do it the other way, and then you get no value, right? So you see how this monkey is he just is up on the high ground, and he's just there. So we'll take a look at this. And this is just a reiteration of the first. So he's just up here, and he's saying, your team's DPS don't get to be here. I get to be here. Like, your Genji comes in to try to like deal with it, he dies. Your Genji was purple. He shouldn't have done that. But the point being is that the monkey is just sitting up there, and he's saying, well, I get to be here, so your DPS don't get to be here. Okay. You need to be careful about letting your shield break like that. Like right here, right? Like right there, you want to use your shield to like block certain things. You don't want to leave it up, because leaving it up and it breaks is way worse than just taking it down. So you right now, so you could hear the Freya on the left here, even before you back up and you see her. Like, listen to how loud this Freya is on your left. You hear that? You should be able to hear that. This Freya is so loud on the left, and you know she's in this left room, like, due to just how loud her bolts are. You should immediately, because you have this wall in front of you, you're not doing anything. As soon as you hear that bolt, you should have turned and, like, looked at that Freya. So you're just going to push back here. May's going to make your life really bad. Same thing as well, like, Sigma is a little bit better than Rein. Maybe not a little bit better. He is much better than Rein, but, like, they're still playing a team that's going to give you trouble as Sigma. They're playing a fairly brawly comp, and Sigma is a character that is going to struggle with brawly characters. Let's see what happens with this Flux. So this is good. This isn't bad. Yeah, picking up their nano tank just to get him out is fine. It looks like you probably clean this up. Okay. But Sigma, like I said, is better, but Sigma is like the main poke tank in the game, and they're playing a very brawly comp. And normally that would be pretty good, but since they keep getting on top of you, once they get on top of you, then it's really difficult. Let's see what we do here. So we're back on offense, back on D.Va. And yeah, and like picking Sigma with your comp, like you have three supports. You've had 3 supports the whole time. They swapped to 2-2-2 probably midway through the first round. But the rest of your comp is Hazard and Genji, so it's just hard to justify picking Sigma there, because they're just gonna kind of walk at you at some point. All right. Okay, first thing, when playing D.Va, you should pretty much always take the shield matrix perk. That makes it to where when you matrix, you get like 25% of the health back. The missiles perk that you took is pretty bad. Doesn't add like too much more damage. So right here, you're doing better. You're just up on the high ground, trying to get the Mei out. So that was better. That was a better attempt. You just needed to have left more quickly. Like one of the strengths of D.Va is that you can fight people until they show that they're like, okay, well now we're going to take your mech, and then you go and then you just fly out, right? You just go, okay, well. Because like in this scenario here, we'll try to watch it again real quick. So you come up here and you're fighting the Mei, and you're like, okay, we're gonna get. And your mortar comes, and you're like, okay, we're gonna beat this. We're gonna kill this Mei. What is happening to you? So your Moira is still here, and she's not healing you. I think she's trying to heal you. But you're getting domed in the face by this Kiri. So where's your Moira? Your Moira is not looking at you. So maybe you got baited by her. I want to see what she's looking at actually. So she's healing. She's trying to heal you, and then she's like, no, I'm done here. which isn't necessarily the worst thing. But yeah, there's 3 people here. Obviously, by the time the fray got here, you're probably going to die. But once the Kiri TP'd in or climbed up or whatever, once she got in and she was like, I'm going to help the Mei, you have to decide, is this fight winnable now? Is it not winnable? And one of the things with D.Va is knowing when you need to leave. And leaving, like being safe, is not a bad thing, especially as you're like getting used to limit testing, because you would rather like die, or you would prefer not to die. Sometimes you do need to go in and like see how far you can go, but a lot of times you do want to leave because you're playing D.Va. That's how the character works. You're meant to boost out and save your mech. So right here you should go up on the high ground. I don't know where'd the mail go. I guess you ate it, okay. Yeah, they press all their stuff. That was it. All right, well, that was the VOD review. Hope you got something good out of it. If you have any more, feel free to send them to me, and we'll go over them. All right. Thank you.